All right, so once you get your printout on this really good kind of thick paper, if you are hoping to cut it out and actually assemble your box, there's a couple things you want to kind of be aware of. We've got a couple tools back here. So you're gonna see we've got this giant cutting mat. We also do have smaller cutting mats back here. The main thing is anytime you're working, you'll be working on one of these cutting mats when you're getting it, sort of cut out from the box. And then you can move on. We also have some X-Acto knives for you. We do ask that I'm gonna have these on my desk. You're gonna come ask me for a knife if you wanna use one. That's just how we control so that it's safe here in the building. So we've got these X-Acto knives. If you've never used one before, they're really sharp. Be careful. Only hold it by the handle and you'll be good to go. Does anybody mind if I demonstrate like a few cuts on there? Is that okay? Okay. So this one, yes. So the big thing you want to know when cutting is I like to use a straight edge. So we have some rulers over here. You're more than welcome to put them down. I like one with a cork strip on the back. If you have one that doesn't have a cork strip, that's fine. But just be, kind of aware of that you're not just like sliding it and scraping up your work, okay? So if I were gonna cut this end, I would just line this up with it. So my ruler goes up against my edge. And then I'm gonna cut. So I always like kind of press pretty hard with my body weight. I kind of lean over just with 2 fingers. So I've got 2 points, because if you only press one place, it can sort of pivot like that. So you're gonna press in 2 spots on the ruler. And then take this, and again, you don't wanna put it like tip down. You wanna kind of keep it at an angle so as much of the blade is going along as possible. So I'll go, I'm holding, I'm just gonna slide this down. It just cuts really cleanly off. And you've got a nice cut. So you'll go around and just gradually cut out your dimensions. You don't have to cut all the way as you go. Now again, be aware of where you're cutting. There might be little, you can get little mistakes, or there might be little extra sort of fuzzy pieces. Just gonna go and you'll make it around. So I'm just kind of cutting, but I really do like using a straight edge. You can freehand it if you want. I personally think that's a very bad idea, unless you have to. So, so now I can cut, and this is all good. And then I can go in, I can just take that whole chunk off if I need to. But I'm gonna go around. If I need to cut this out, obviously a ruler's not gonna work. So if you need to freehand, that's fine. Again, just go nice and slow right along that line, and you should be fine. So the next thing I'm gonna show you really quickly after I cut this little piece out, I'm just gonna freehand this because I'm a big believer in do as I say, not as I do, apparently. Cool, got that. Oh, I didn't cut hard enough. You can always fold it, and then you're good. So I've got this little section come out. The next thing, once you cut all of it out, the next thing is the folding, right? So with the folding, we've got a couple resources for you. One, again, your ruler is gonna be your friend because you can use that for nice flat folds. We also have these tools over here. I think they're called whalebone tools. That's what we've always called them. They're not really made out of whalebone. They're made out of plastic, but back in the day they were, so that's why they're called this. So it's ethical to use, it's safe, it's fine. So I'm gonna go, and the challenge is you're looking at the back. So, you can kind of see, if you're thinking about it, you can kind of see where, because there's like a point where this fold lines up. Now over here, you can't see that. So you might want, and it would be great if I had brought a pen or a pencil. Here's one over here. So sometimes you might want to sort of pre-mark on the back, like, oh, okay, there's this little sort of, the fold's gonna end right here. So I can go on the back and kind of make that mark. So I've kind of like marked it on the back so I can see what I'm doing. Because again, what's gonna work really well then is lining my ruler up from that mark to this point, and then I can just kind of like fold right against the ruler so that you get that crease along your line. You can fold it then a little bit more, and if you wanna like really crease it, that's when I start to take this and just kind of run it along the edge so you get a nice sharp crease. Whereas if you run your fingers along it, you can scrape it with your fingernail and rub off the ink, or you get these weird like kind of hairy crease lines and it's not good. So I've got my crease, I'm happy with it. And that's how you sort of make a nice clean crease. You can also, if you want, sometimes, if you have your ruler up against it, you can even take the pointy part of this and kind of like you did with the X-Acto knife, run it along the back. And it's gonna make like a little sort of fold channel. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's kind of this shiny. And then it folds really easily along that as well. So you've got a couple methods that'll let you do that really, really cleanly. And then the last piece, once you have that done, is we do have these rolls of double-sided tape. So you take a little bit, you cut it off, or in this case, you can tear it.
Yeah, tear is really easy.
And then you gotta think, where do I need tape? So I'll just do a demo right here on this scrappy piece. So it's gonna fold. So I stick it on where it needs to be sticky. I peel the backing off, and then I fold it up. And now it sticks. And I have a box. Awesome. But that's how it works. So yeah, between the double-sided tape, the bone tool, you got your X-Actos, you're probably gonna want something to make a mark with, rulers, cutting boards and cutting mats. You're good. The only other thing we like to say is, as always, we love you, but we should never know you were back here. So leave no trace. Make sure you get every scrap up when you're done and put all the supplies back. So yeah, happy folding and taping. Oh yeah, that's over there. That's creepy. Okay, bye.